I feel like now people are hiding things which are meant to be talked about and openly talking about the things which are meant to kept private. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. You're watching and listening to Miss Amaira Jyoti on Speak Up Hesitations, and you are on Speak Up Hesitations as well. I am sure a lot of you keep things inside you, right? And I'm not talking about your personal matters or your personal discussions. I'm talking about all of those things that are meant to be talked about, and for some reason you keep bottling them up. I feel like there's a possibility of you're not feeling confident enough to talk about it, or maybe the judgment issue is there, like the fear of judgment. What happened actually is initially we convince ourselves in such a way that "Ki, hey, you can do it, don't tell anyone, okay, you can overcome on your own." But you and I need to understand one thing, that few things are meant to be talked about, and sharing them can actually help lighten the heart. Like, how many of you are actually worrying about future? And I'm telling you, discussing it with multiple people can actually help you get more clarity on it. They might not tell you exactly what to go for, what to pick, but you'll definitely get some ideas on how to think in multiple ways. Okay, so don't just get stuck on thinking, yeah, I'm the best and I'll figure out myself. Of course, you're the only one who's gonna make the final decision, who's gonna make the final choice. But discussing and talking with multiple people help you to make that final choice. You'll get more ideas, more thinking, more minds working for you, right? And sit with opinionated people. Then I feel like relationship issues are something where people often keep a lot of things to themselves, right? You might be avoiding discussion because you think it will make things worse between you two, or you might hurt another person, or you may be wondering if you are the one who is overthinking, right? Do not hold on to these imaginary consequences at all. Sit with your partner and clarify things. Otherwise, you'll be in a bad mood all the time, right? And I feel like in relationship, don't keep things unresolved for too long. Don't let small problems turn into bigger problems. I feel like relationship issues are meant to be talked about. And I also feel like open communication is the only way through which you can have healthy relationship. So if you actually want to create a room for understanding and growth, don't keep these imaginary questions and consequences inside you, because then you already know that how a volcano can burst. And it's not about just not communicating and not sharing things. It's more about how things can badly affect you and put you in depression when you don't get an answer for how to get things done. So try to become all-rounder. Okay, you don't need to be perfect in all the things, but at least get some basic ideas about all the things. It's better to know something than not knowing anything, especially teenage. Okay, I feel like it's a very confusing age. Okay, you're figuring out yourself, you're figuring out your body, you're figuring out your friends. Okay, then you're learning about your career, and hormones add on to this. Okay, hormones create a lot of conflicts, a lot of things happening at a time, right? So, teenage years are not just about, keeping things to yourself. It's not at all about keeping things to yourself. It's about discovery, self discovery, and discovering others as well. Okay, you start figuring out what suits you better, who you vibe with. So, during this age, like during teenage years, you won't be able to figure out everything by your own. So, it's really important. It's needed. Okay, you need to sit with your family and have some good discussions. You need to have some good friends who can actually pull you up in a good way, in a positive way, right? And don't force you or pressurize you to do something wrong in name of friendship. So these things are important to talk about. If parents are not talking to you about all of these things, make them sit and make them aware of the changes you're going through, confusions you're dealing with, and the kind of people approaching you for friendship. Okay, so don't keep things inside you. These are the topics need to be discussed, but most of the time no one is paying attention to all of these details, because most of the time person asking question doesn't know how to ask, and the person answering doesn't know how to respond. So there's a huge gap. I feel like now people are hiding things which are meant to be talked about and openly talking about the things which are meant to kept private. Okay, so promoting communication is okay, but promoting the right way of communication makes a difference. Okay, because when you shift your approach of doing something in a more appropriate way, that's where you get some good, satisfying results. When you're actually sharing how you're feeling with someone you trust, can be a family member, can be a friend, or even if you are just writing it down somewhere, it helps you feel understood. You don't need to fix things right away, but letting things out, what inside you, makes a huge difference. Think of it like you are cleaning up a room. Okay, what if you keep things scattered everywhere? Mess gets bigger and bigger. It's hard to find peace, right? But when you're actually talking about things, what inside you, it means you are actually cleaning up a room. And how do you feel when everything is organized? You feel more nicer, more calm. All right. So don't keep things inside you. Let them out. You don't have to carry them all alone. Okay. Share things and keep your heart light. Try it once. Good luck, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next.